It's pretty incredible when you think about it. How can one single country feel like a dozen different worlds all rolled into one? I mean, from snow-capped peaks to sun-baked deserts, India is just a land of amazing contrasts. Today, we're going to go on a journey to see how the very ground people live on shapes, well, everything about their lives.
So that's our big question, right? How does this even happen? How can life be so completely different just a few hundred miles apart? Well, the answer is all around us. It's in the very ground beneath our feet.
And the answer, well, it turns out it's beautifully simple. It's the environment. The land, the weather, the resources available, these things are incredibly powerful forces. So come on, let's take a virtual tour across India and see this amazing connection in action.
Our first stop takes us to the lush, green plains of Punjab. We're going to meet our guide Gurpreet, whose family has been farming here for generations. This place is known as the breadbasket of India, and you're about to see exactly why.
Wow, just take a look at this landscape. It's flat as far as you can see, it's incredibly green, and the soil is just so rich and fertile. I mean, this makes it absolutely perfect for farming, so it's no surprise that animals like cows and buffaloes, which are so essential for farming and milk, are everywhere you look.
And you can see how that fertile land just feeds directly into the culture. The food? You've got dishes like makki di roti and sarson da saag, made from corn and mustard leaves grown right here. The clothing is a light cotton to suit the climate, and a huge cultural landmark, the absolutely stunning Golden Temple, sits right in the heart of this agricultural hub.
All right, buckle up because we're heading to a completely different world now. We're off to the sandy desert of Rajasthan to meet Ritika. Get ready for a serious change of scenery.
And welcome to the desert. Instead of those green fields, we have these huge stretches of sand. It's extremely dry here, with very little rain. The plants you see, like the cactus, are total experts at storing water. And the key to survival and trade here for centuries? The incredible camel.
So how do you live in a place this hot and dry? Well, you adapt and you do it brilliantly. The food, like dal bati churma, is really hearty and can be cooked with very little water. And the clothes are so vibrant and colorful, the gagra choli and these big turbans aren't just for style. They give you vital protection from that scorching sun. And just look at that architecture. The Jaisalmer fort looks like it grew right out of the sand itself.
And this right here is just a fantastic example of adaptation in action. The camel is perfectly designed for this environment. It's a true ship of the desert that made life and trade possible here for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Okay, for our third stop, we're swapping that dry heat for some serious humidity and sand dunes for sandy beaches. Let's travel to the coast of Odisha and meet our guide, Chandni.
The view here is dominated by one thing, the sea. We've got these long, sandy beaches lined with tall coconut and palm trees. And of course, under the waves, there's a whole world of marine life. Fish, crabs, even sea turtles.
Living by the sea completely shapes the lifestyle for people like Chantni. The diet is naturally rich in what's plentiful, so rice and fresh fish curry are staples. The humid, kind of sticky weather means light cotton clothing like saris and dhotis is really the most comfortable choice, and this region is home to one of the most famous temples in all of India, the Sri Jagannath Temple.
But life by the sea isn't always paradise. It also comes with its own unique challenges. This region is prone to cyclones. These are powerful storms with intense wind and rain. Living here means being prepared and really respecting the power of nature.
Okay, for our final stop, we're heading up, way, way up. Let's go hiking in the Himalayas of Sikkim with our friend Nayan, where the air is cool and the views are just breathtaking.
Man, the mountains are a world away from everything we've seen so far. We're surrounded by these towering peaks, many of them covered in snow all year round. The air is so crisp and cool, and the slopes are covered with pine and oak trees. And the animal that's perfectly suited for this high-altitude life is the hardy, furry yak.
Wife in the cold? Yeah, that requires a totally different set of adaptations. The food is all designed to keep you warm, like thukpa, which is a hearty noodle soup, and of course, delicious steamed momos. The traditional clothing is a baku. It's basically a thick woolen cloak, and just like people wear jackets, the yak has its own long, shaggy hair to stay warm. It's perfect.
And just like the coast has its cyclones, the mountains have their own environmental risks. Landslides are a real danger here, where heavy rains can cause soil and rock to come crashing down the steep slopes. So, we've been to 4 very different places: plains, desert, coast, and mountains. Now let's kind of step back and connect the dots and see exactly how the land shapes not just survival, but culture itself. Let's just look at clothing. On the left, in the mountains, you absolutely need a thick woolen baku to survive the freezing cold. On the right, in the desert, you need light cottons and a turban to protect you from that intense sun and heat. It's a perfect contrast, driven entirely by the climate.
And what about homes? Oh, this is so clever. Mountain houses have slanting roofs for a very practical reason, so all that heavy snow and rain can just slide right off. Meanwhile, desert houses are often made of mud with really thick walls and thatched roofs, which is basically a natural form of air conditioning. Finally, let's talk about the dinner table. In the plains, that fertile soil is perfect for growing things like corn and mustard. On the coast, what do you have tons of? Water and fish. It's a perfect example of how you build an entire cuisine and culture from the resources you find right outside your door.
So, here's the crucial point. Our environment is like the silent architect of our lives. These adaptations aren't just about surviving. They're these amazing acts of resourcefulness that over generations build a unique identity and a whole way of life.
And what you get is this beautiful tapestry of culture. Every single detail, from a warm bowl of thukpa in Sikkim to a light, airy sari in Odisha, tells a story of how people cleverly and creatively make a home in their own unique corner of the world.
So I'll leave you with one final puzzle from our journey. Think about a house with a slanting roof. Based on everything we've seen, what does that simple architectural choice tell you about the weather, the challenges, and the world outside its walls? It's a great reminder that everywhere you look, the land is telling a story. Thanks for exploring with us today,